We are bringing sexy back quite literally.
Hey everyone, how's it going? So in this video, I want to talk about why you should consider the Model Y. The Model Y is your bigger brother of the Model 3 with more functionality. We attended the unveiling event a few days ago, and we appreciate the effort from Tesla making this vehicle practical but also not overwhelming. Now, there's no Falcon Wing door, but it does have a hatchback, which is also known as a liftgate, and it is powered. So the Model Y has a lot more space than the Model 3. 66 cubic feet of cargo. That is comparison to 15, which is a joke in the Model 3. And you also can configure up to 7 seats. And you also have this huge panoramic glass roof above your 5 seats, which the Model 3 does not. The Model 3 actually has the beam between the B pillars. So this gives you a lot of headroom space for the second row seats. So as you can see, it covers the whole entire roof. And as for the third row seat, this might be a joke, but we'll see what it comes out during production. If you really need to use that third row seat often, get the Model X. It's worth it. And the front is actually a lot larger than the Model 3. You can definitely store more than grocery bag. You also have OEM Chrome Delete. In addition, hardware, standard autopilot for all Model Y, just like any other vehicle within the Tesla lineup. Just make sure if you are in the market to purchase any Tesla, do so by today, because Tesla is raising their price tomorrow across all vehicles, including the Model Y. And this lead to our decision to place a pre-order on the Model Y. So the Model Y lineup includes standard range, long range, dual motor, all-wheel drive, and performance. As you can see, the specs here is roughly about 10% less efficient than the Model 3. Top speed are the same. 0-60 is slightly slower, but not by much. And price tag, if you notice, the Model Y is not that much more expensive between the dual motor all-wheel drive and the performance. It's only about $2,000 as of today, more than the Model 3, which again, another reason why we place a pre-order on the Model Y. It is a great value for the functionality that it has. It serves its purpose as a crossover SUV. And as for deliveries, only the long-range dual motor all-wheel drive performance will be available in 2020. The standard range will be available in 2021, early. But if I were to give you a recommendation, I would go for the longest range you can purchase today. You will not regret that. And with the Model Y, the design philosophy around this might look oddly on their website, but I have to tell you, in person, it looks quite nice. It's a mixture of the Model X and the Model 3 combined. Although the front end may look more like the Model 3, the rear end looks more like the Model X with a more modern look. So if you go on Tesla website today, you actually can order the Model Y today. So as mentioned earlier, the Model Y is slightly less efficient, but everything else is pretty much almost the same as Model 3 in terms of spec. So we'll try to option everything out here and see what the maximum cost is, and then we'll also deselect everything to see what the least amount of cost you will have to spend today. So color-wise, you have solid black, mid-light silver metallic for 1500, deep blue metallic for 1500, pearl white multi-coat for 2000, and then red multi-coat for 2500. Same cost across all Tesla lineup. And similar to the Model 3, you have the rear-wheel drive long range. It doesn't give you the option for premium or non-premium package. Then you have the dual motor all-wheel drive long range, and then your performance. Again, these prices are between $4,000 and $2,000 more than the Model 3, which is not much by far in comparison to other manufacturers, where between a sedan and an SUV is roughly $10,000 to $12,000 more. And then performance version of the Model 3, you get all the same package, the 20-inch wheels, aluminum pedals, spoiler, and red caliper, Brembo brakes. Interior-wise, you also have that option to select the all black or the black and white seats. I highly recommend the black and white seats for additional $1,000. You have now the option of a 7-seater for $3,000. So I don't know how the third row seat will be like in production, but it looks pretty tight. So it might be good for emergency use. And then, of course, you have your autopilot and full self-driving. What Tesla done now is separate autopilot to be just keeping in the lane and steering for you and accelerating and braking. The full self-driving now includes summon, self-parking, navigate on the autopilot. So this was part of enhanced autopilot before, but they separate this so it becomes more affordable for people that just want autopilot, which is more like adaptive cruise control with steering assist. So let's deselect everything and see how much it costs with the plain black, air wheels, all black interior, and then no autopilot or no self-driving. Let's see what's the minimum amount you will have to spend to get a Model Y pre-order. And I highly suggest the longest range if you are considered EV. So now we're at 47,000. And for that price, I think is a great value. And then you get up to 300 miles of range. Again, range is very important. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and hopefully this video has helped you decide whether you need to place a pre-order on the Model Y or not. And also to remind you that Tesla is raising their price tomorrow across all vehicles. So make sure you place that order in today, or else you will see a 3 to 4% hike in prices, because if you haven't heard, originally they reduced the price of all the vehicle by 6 or 7% across the lineup, thinking that they will eliminate all the brick and mortar store, but that will now be only 50% reduction in brick and mortar store. See you guys later, and remember to subscribe.
I love you too. I love you too. We are bringing sexy back quite literally. All right, thank you.
Security guys.
Yes.
Center here. I'm actually having a tough time. So he really wants traction. Our John just traction. Real
Seatbelts for everyone? Hold on. Console. I think one of the things that's really surprising to most people is that these are actually the Model 3 front seats, and they're just up on risers.
Okay.
So it gives you a little bit of an easier time getting in and out since it's up higher. And then your vantage point is also a little bit higher, so easier to drive in traffic and kind of a good panoramic view of what's going on around you. So this exact car is a Model 3 long-range dual motor variant. turn just so you can see how tight the tuning circle is on this car.
What's the weight? Gross weight on this car?
We haven't released any of the specs about weight. So I'll do a little bit of a slalom here so you can get a good sense of the handling of the car. So just like the Model 3 S and X, we have a really distinct advantage of having the highest concentration of mass directly below you. So that allows us to optimize between ride and handling quite a bit better. It's an unfair advantage compared to internal combustion engine vehicles. As we pull up here, definitely should take a look above you as well at the expansive piece of this that allows you protection from the sun, but also great visibility at nighttime so you can see the moon and the stars. As we pull up here, if you wouldn't mind taking your seatbelts off, please, and then exiting from the left.